Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And what are we doing today?
Today we are going to be sharing with you our first ever podcast video.
All right, and you might know us from our YouTube channel or Instagram account. We've been on YouTube for over 3 years now, and we want to thank our subscribers who have been so loyal to us over the years. We know that many of you will either watch or listen to this, which is going to be our first podcast video.
We are creating this as a podcast playlist that will be in conjunction with our YouTube channel. And so you'll be able to find the actual video recording in our normal videos, but we'll also have this playlist that you can listen to. And it will be something that if you are busy and you just don't have time to sit down and watch a video, you can listen to the audio of it. We are using this particular video as an introduction to the podcast playlist. And in the future, we plan to add probably at least one video every month to the playlist. But we'll also add in some of our prior videos that we still feel like are relevant, and that would work as an audio version as well.
All right, but just in case you're new to us and you've never stumbled across our channel before, we wanted to kind of introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about who we are and what you expect from the podcast.
Okay, so first let's talk about who we are. Well, we are Joel and Christy, and we've been married for just over 30 years. We've lived in, is it 6 different states?
I think it's 7.
7 different states. We've moved a lot. Let's just say that. We've moved a lot in those 30 years. We also have 2 sons. They're both adults. One has just finished a computer programming deal at college, and he is currently on the job hunt. And the other one is married and lives in Tennessee, which is 2 or 3 states away from us. By the way, we live in Florida. We didn't say that at the beginning. But so they live about 2 or 3 states away from us. So that's who we are. Oh, we have a grand dog and 2 grand cats. So there's that. So let's see, what else do we want to share with you? We are very goal oriented. And so you will hear us talk about that a lot on our channel. We believe in setting goals that are a little small but still challenging so that you continue growing yourself as a person without deflating yourself and feeling bad about who you are as a person. So we always believe small goals stick longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So now talking about goals. So we just finished the Project 50 challenge. I believe for me, it was about setting some morning habits that are healthy habits. So that was what our challenge was, with finishing the Project 50 challenge, which ends today for us. Now, Joel has always been very big into goals, and I'm going to let him tell you a few of the things that he's done with his goals over the years.
Sure. I've been pretty active all my life, but just in 2010, I really started running more as just kind of a thing I wanted to do, and setting some goals in those areas. The first year, I set a goal to run a 5K. The second year, I set a goal to run a half marathon. The third year, I set a goal to run a full marathon, which I did all 3 of those. And then I kind of laid low for a little bit. Still ran a little bit, but not as much as I was. Had no goals or anything to really shoot for until we moved to Houston, Texas. And I decided I wanted to run the Houston Marathon. So I trained for that. And with that, I was also trying to do a Boston Marathon qualifying race. And I missed it that time. I missed it pretty much every time. I tried 6 times and missed it every time until the 7th time, which was at the Celebration Marathon here in Celebration, Florida. And that one, I did hit my qualifying time. I did qualify for Boston, which I'll be running 2 weeks from, as of recording of this, 2 weeks from today. We'll be probably in the starting crowds getting ready to go. So really excited about that. I've lost over 50 pounds over those 10 years, and pretty excited where that's going.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So when you listen to this, just keep in mind on April 17th, he will be the actual day that he runs Boston Marathon.
Yep.
And so we're really excited. We're going to be doing a 10-day road trip to get there. So
Yeah.
really looking forward to that.
All right. So you may be wondering what brought us to our debt-free journey and what brought us to creating our channel. I was in ministry for about 20 years. And so we really didn't, there was a lot of stuff we had to really buy on time because that's what we always did. That's what people did. You bought a car, you bought it, you got a 5-year loan and you paid it off. You bought a house, you got a loan, anything that you couldn't afford, that you couldn't pay for right off, you got a loan to pay for, and you pay for it over time.
Yep. Everybody did it.
Yeah, everybody did it. And so in 2013, I lost my job, and we had to scramble around to figure out how we were going to pay off stuff that we still owed on. And so about 5 months before that, starting in January 2013, I started using a program called YNAB, You Need a Budget. And the major tenet in that is to live off of last month's money, which means the money that you make in this month doesn't go for this month's bills, it goes for next month's bills. And so we set it up that way 5 months before that happened. And so we've been living off of last month's money for the last 10 years now. And so even through the pain of losing job loss and income that wasn't quite enough to meet your bills, but since then we've rebounded. We've gotten everything paid off. We've been debt free since 2016 when we paid off the house that we moved from in Tennessee when we moved to Texas, and so we've been debt free since then. And then we created the channel when we got to Texas. The YouTube channel. Actually, we started with a blog to start with on WordPress. Chrissy was toying around with some things and wanted to do some things and help some people feel like we had some information that we wanted to share with others.
Yeah.
So she started a blog that we wrote on for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the next transition was to go to a YouTube channel, which we did. We've been doing the YouTube channel for a little over 3 years now, and just sharing those grocery hauls and ways to save money, tips on how to be frugal, live frugally, frugal road trips, things of that sort. And that's kind of where we are, and that's kind of where we're continuing to head. With this podcast, we're hoping to do some of that as well, to give you some good tips on how to live your life in a frugal manner.
Yeah, like he said, what we're hoping to accomplish with this podcast is mostly frugal content where we will be sharing ways to save money. It could be on anything, but it will primarily be on groceries because that is where we have been emphasizing. Our grocery haul videos aren't about just seeing what we bought. It's about seeing how we saved money while we were buying it. Mm-hmm. So we talk a lot about how to know a good deal when you see it, how to know if you're really getting the best price. So if that's interesting to you, be sure to check out those grocery haul videos, because they're in every video just about, we have shown some way to save money in the store. And it's kind of interesting because stores seem like they might be laid out in a way that is saving you money, but they're really not. Yep. So if you're not watching what you're doing while you're in the store, if you're not taking a couple of seconds to watch for things, then you might be spending more money than you have to.
Yep.
So be sure to check those out. But what you'll hear here is, obviously you can't see us in the store if you're listening to it as an audio. We will be sharing the actual tips. So we'll be giving you the practical advice here. And then if you check out those grocery hauls, you'll get to see those tips applied.
Yep.
So,
all right. So we hope that if you find this interesting or you feel that it'll help you save money, that you'll subscribe to our channel. We know that times are really hard right now, and we want to do everything that we know how to do to help you save as much money as possible.
All right. So be sure to check out those other videos that we've mentioned already. We will have down in the description a link to our grocery haul videos. And in the next day or two, I plan to add as many videos that are still relevant and work as an audio to this playlist. So be sure to watch for that and be sure to subscribe so that you can catch those videos that are coming in the future, because we plan to do one every month.
That's right. And until the next video or podcast, this is Joel and Christy saying, don't forget it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.